Hi, it's Paul from Model Builder International. Don't forget that if you want to get notified of new videos, subscribe to the channel. The link is down there underneath this video. So this time we're going to have a look at the Orzel, a 1/400th scale submarine from Mirage-Hobby. Okay, so let's see what we get inside the box. It's a pretty small box, a top opening box, nothing on the outside. Inside, that's pretty neat. Everything is, the sprues are wrapped in bubble wrap separately, so that's pretty neat. And then a set of instructions. The decals are attached to the top of the instructions. Some history of the submarine on the front there, painting and marking guides in humble colours and obviously named. And on the back here we've got the building instructions, 2 sprues, pretty straightforward as you'd expect for a submarine really. It's not too much to it, should be pretty quick to get it together. It's straightforward. We'll have a closer look at those parts. Let's open this up. And then the parts are still inside another plastic bag. There's a link to Mirage-Hobby's Facebook page. 2 sprues. They look quite nice. Attachment points are good. Ejector pin marks all look to be out of the way. There's nothing there. Those should be good. I don't see anything out of the way. There's no detail on the ballast tanks here on the side, but there is on the top, on the deck there. So I might do a bit of research, perhaps there's not supposed to be anything there, we'll see. Oh, this little piece has come from inside the bag as well somewhere. And then there's the main deck and the conning tower. There's panel lines on there and some nice detail. Ejector pin marks are all on the back and out the way. So, looks pretty good. Nice, simple submarine kit of a Polish submarine. And I know that this submarine, to start with, went to Estonia early September, and then a bit of a daring escape back to the UK in late September. So I'll put information about that on the website. All the pictures you see in the video will also be on the website, and there'll be more pictures there as well. So let's have a bit of a delve into the history of the submarine itself, and then we'll look at the instructions. The Orzel had a short but distinguished career. She was launched in 1938 and entered service in early 1939. When the war started, she was damaged and headed for Estonia to start with. But found out she was going to be interred there permanently and escaped, and had a bit of an adventure making her way to the United Kingdom. Once she got there, she was refurbished and conducted her own war patrols from there. She sank a German troop ship off the coast of Norway just before the invasion started. And eventually she was lost in 1940. 8th of June is the best date, but the details of her loss are still a mystery to this day. And then on the bottom half of the sheet we've got the painting guide and the decal guide in one black and white image. Paints are called out with humble reference numbers and also by name. And looking at the images, The references with an H at the front are obviously the humble references. Those with a K at the front are decal placement guides. And it looks reasonably straightforward. The only thing I'd have to investigate a bit or look into is there seems to be the decals K1, K2, K3 are black stripes, and they seem to be placed on top of black paint, so they become invisible. So I'm not too sure about that bit, but I'll have to look into that. Over the sheet we've got the sprue layouts and the 4 steps to build her. Not many parts to this kit. There's 30 parts in total. It's a 1/400th scale, so it's reasonable size for a submarine. Step 1, we just put together the two halves of the hull, the stand and the bow diving planes. Step 2 is the aft diving planes. Propellers seem a little thick, so if you want to do some updates to this, that would be an obvious thing to replace. Rudders go on at this stage as well. Step 3 is the conning tower. 4 parts, goes together, quite simple. Some nice detail on the conning tower. And the last step, step 4, is a one-piece deck goes on top. That's a nice little touch because you don't have to worry about the seam down the middle of the top of the hull. And conning tower goes on various aerials. And that's it built. So overall conclusion, it's a rebox of the original kit from 2005. So it is a 12-year-old kit now, and it kind of shows its age a little bit. There's no really fine details that you see on the latest releases, but it's a nice kit nonetheless. There is some deck details, there's some panel lines in places. There might need to be more. You'd have to do some research just to see if there should be more there that you can scribe in. Other than that, it's a nice little kit. It should go together, should be an easy build. Many thanks to Mirage-Hobby for sending it along for us to have a look at.